get the bag, gotta get the bag. Ain't no need to lag, ain't no need to lag. Yeah, gotta chase the bag, gotta chase the bag. Ain't no need to lag.
What's up? Welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. I've been meaning, I need to start trying to stream on like Instagram when I do this. I keep forgetting. But what's up? Give you guys a second to come in here. I might try to actually do this real fast. Good slate of baseball, it seems, today. So excited to see how that goes. Look at this fancy little thing. Got my phone. There's me and my wife. Live just on YouTube today. So go ahead and trying to give people just a chance to get in here as I pull up Instagram. I was going to try to stream on there. See how that goes. Untapped market. I feel like TikTok, though, is probably a good one for that, too. I don't know. Sports betting podcast. What's up, Trent? What's up, TJ? I'm trying to turn this and see. Kind of feel like I look chunky. All right, how do we start this? All right, I think it's going. I think we're live on Instagram as well. Okay, let's get going. Let me pull my notes up here. What's up, guys? Looking slim. Hey, man. First off, you can call me Joey. That's cool too. If you mean slim, man, I've actually been running, trying to work out a little bit. So, but okay. All right. Anyway, let's go. Like I said, live on YouTube, live on Instagram today as well. Hat on straight. Look, hat on forward. This one can go backwards, but Spencer, no, Spencer, my boy Spencer always wants to go live. What's up, Spencer? How are you? Spencer used to work for me way back when I first started this. He remembers the moment I got the DM. More than likely, I remember it. And going to the bathroom and somebody DM'd me asking if I was ready to join their group, and it's been fun ever since that. Yeah, Tom, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Okay, all right. Anyway. Today's Friday, 5/24. Before we get into today's plays, we'll take a look back and see how we did yesterday. Good day, kind of all around. Man, this Pirates money line plus Skeens money line boost got us. Boy, these FanDuel boosts are just crazy. Money, what's up on Instagram? Over on YouTube every day, 11:30. But I got 3 plays coming from the podcast here. Phillies minus 1.5, easy win as always. Phillies minus 1.5 has been just like the easiest bet like ever, it seems. And then our boy Jack Flaherty over 17.5, that came in really easily as well. I ended up running that in the Discord because it got pretty juicy. Actually, it dropped to 16.5, and I added Clevenger to not get a win. So I tell you, like these White Sox are kind of hanging. These White Sox are kind of hanging tight. Spencer Celtics in 4, yeah, I would say so. That game was a joke yesterday. That NBA game was a joke yesterday. We'll talk about the early up. I certainly got to play for that. Discord-wise, we did the caught the book sleeping on that DraftKings play. They had they gave a line out for just the 9th inning, and they were winning by 6. They had a minus 3.5. I hammered that bad boy. I put a $500 on that. Gave it out for 2-unit win. So nice to pick that up. Then we got that Flaherty win last night. Got the early up on the Padres yesterday. So pretty good day in the Discord there as well. Good day, on the podcast too. We've won a couple in a row, at least a couple in a row now, I know. So anyhow, let's see. Appreciate you guys joining though. I mean, seeing the similar people in here is cool for sure. I appreciate you guys showing up. Chuck, Tom, TJ, Trent, Marcus. Let's see. I have a play for the early up, so we won't talk about that ahead of things here. But as far as like the 2-leg money lines we normally talk about, I think you really got to look at, the Phillies today, in in Denver. Well, in Colorado, I guess I should say. Minus 210 is not a bad look there. And then, I kind of hate to do it because the Orioles have been scaring me. Minus 102 if you do my phone's like in the way, I couldn't see my screen. Minus 102 if you did the Phillies and the Orioles together. So not bad. Kind of scary, kind of hard to trust the Orioles, but Corbin Burns on the mound today, so I think that's probably a pretty safe little two-legger, I think. Diamondbacks, I'm gonna have a play on the Diamondbacks today. I certainly think they do a good job as well. They've just been a little goofy, but yeah, Braxton Garrett's been pretty bad. And all that jazz. I'm gonna actually close this. Discard. Let's stream on the TikTok. TikTok's more popular, right, than Instagram? How do you do it though? Oh, here we go. Live. Lunchtime in the lab. Go live. Perfect. Okay. Orioles now. Yeah, that Orioles game was crazy last night. If you looked at it though, they had that like catch interference or whatever, which was nuts. The Orioles very well almost blew that game. So the Orioles are certainly in a spot where they're just super struggling right now. But you have to trust, my White Sox here to continue to suck. And flexing on the mound certainly hasn't been very good. Corbin Burns is definitely the better pitcher, so that's where I would probably go. Contemplating on running it, honestly, in the Discord, too. But I feel like I have a lot of plays that I like in the Discord, so I might not want to like waste units on that, if that makes sense. All right, but here we go. Plays for today. Pull my screen up here. Beer money picks as usual, though. All caps lunchtime get you 25%. Yeah, 25% off. Oh, we actually have speaking of beer money, we have, check it out on Twitter. I don't have any kind of links on it, anything on YouTube here, but here, let me pull myself back up. That's my Twitter right there at Live Joe Bets. Make sure you guys check that out. Live on TikTok now as well. But we have a pass for Memorial Weekend for $5.99 Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just to get in, kind of see how it is, kind of see those additional plays that I put out as well. Something to kind of just check out, I suppose, versus paying like the full thing. And if you like the type of plays, you like how it is over the weekend, you win some money over the weekend, you can turn around and potentially join or whatever. So check it out on Twitter at Live Joe Bets. $5.99 over the weekend, not a bad price there. But we'll get into the plays here for today. Plays for today. So talking about the early up promo, here it is. Gonna go with the Royals. I think you have to just kind of continue. Spencer, what's up? I think you have to just continue to ride the Royals, man. The Royals have been hot. I like betting on the Royals. Somebody said they were on Cleveland for the early up. I think TJ, you said Cleveland for the early up promo. I think I could certainly see that as well. But the Royals here. Let me pull. Well, I'll just look at FanDuel. I think bang for your buck kind of thing. I think the Royals got minus 122 looking on FanDuel. I know obviously it's a DraftKings promo. I don't even see. Oh, Cleveland minus 110. So, yeah, Pablo, what was it? Patrick Sandoval? He's a pretty weak pitcher there, himself as well. But the Royals have just been good. I keep cashing on the Royals. I like this Royals team. And they got Seth Lugo going on the mound. Seth Lugo on the mound for Kansas City today, 7-1 with a 1.79 ERA. Seth Lugo has been fantastic for the Royals this season. And you look at his away stats, he's dominated away. 0.62 ERA away with a 4-0 record, giving up just 2 runs in 29 innings pitched. That's honestly, it's fantastic. Seth Lugo has been amazing. So if I like to look at the early up on who I think is ultimately going to win the game, in case we don't get early up, if that makes sense. I just see him locking down this Rays this Rays offense that is pretty. This Rays offense is pretty weak, to be honest. The way they've been hitting, and then it looks like they're running some sort of like a bullpen type game here too. Ninth highest bullpen ERA in the league. I forget who they have pulled up, showing. I don't know if it's an opener running a bullpen, but if they're running a bullpen game, like I said, they got the ninth highest bullpen ERA in the league. They're rough going against Seth Lugo, who has been fantastic away. He has been fantastic all over the place. He's been even better away. And then you have to, I admit, the Kansas City Royals are the third best scoring team at home. They're scoring the third most runs at home. If you look at the way they hit away, they're scoring the 25th most runs at home. So obviously there's only 30 teams. They're the fifth, 5 away from being the worst, however you want to say it, 25th. Not fantastic, but I would hope that we have some of this, like this hit power, just kind of transfer over. They obviously have the ability to hit better at home. They're going to the Rays Stadium that is a dome, if I'm not mistaken. So I feel like we probably have a pretty good, probably pretty good chance or whatever to get our early up here. Then if not, I think Lugo probably does a pretty good job to hold it down for us and get us our win there. If it's going to take us all 9 innings and we don't get that early up. Last time I think I was on the Royals here, I think they cashed like second inning or something like that. So feel really good about the early up promo for it. I think it's going to be pretty solid for it there. So that'll be the first play for today for the podcast. Moving on to play number 2 here. As usual, we'll get into the home runs too. We'll do a home run lotto. Yeah, okay, I got that. I just want to make sure I had that link pulled up here. Let's see. I will say too, like I've been going really like back and forth on Imanaga tonight. I don't know if anybody in the chat here, Twitter or YouTube or TikTok. I mean, if anybody has any real feels on Imanaga today, looking at his outs over 17.5, it's minus 200. I mean, I like it. Put him with somebody to like not get a win, like a juice reducer or something like that. And then if you look at his earned runs, it's minus 170 for under 2.5, in which he's been under this in every single start. Whether or not he wins, whether or not it's a loss, whatever, he's been under 2.5 earned runs. So I'm looking pretty hard at Imanaga and then doing like a Braxton Garrett to not get the win. Or something like that. I know. So what's up, Mills? We're in the middle. We still got some time. But I'm kind of thinking Imanaga under 2.5 earned runs. Because anything can happen. He could get hurt. He could get pulled early. He could obviously just dominate them. There could be an error, and it turns up to not even actually count against them. If there's an error and it ends up scoring, that won't be an earned run. So a lot of good things can kind of go like in that direction or whatever. But and then doing like Braxton Garrett to not get a win. I'm actually kind of looking at like putting together. Damn, I lost my DraftKings. The computer was going really slow. I restarted it, and I lost the parlay that I had pulled up on DraftKings. But I was even looking at like I've never done it before. Like it's a 4-leg plus like 115, and it's just 4 pitchers to not win. And it's your pitchers that are going against good teams or have really struggled or something like that. Kind of thinking about trying to do something like that today. So there's a lot of good options to kind of add people in or whatever, So Mills, no, I mean, I don't know. It was just kind of laggy. It just got a lot of stuff hooked up to it. So I don't know. My wife also worked from home, so I think it's more of like an internet thing. But I restarted it just in case, just in case it was slow. So I think we're okay. Shout out to my boy Mills here, hooking me up on fixing the computer here a couple months ago. It seems like a month or so ago. TJ, I think it's like minus 105 or something. So honestly, that's not a bad look either. I've actually seen some people on that on Twitter. Pitcher props. They don't have it up on DraftKings at least, so I'm not sure. but I'm pretty sure it's like in the minus 105, minus 110 or something like that. Something along those lines. Something like that. Okay. Anyway, second play for today. Going out of the Reds and the Dodgers. Here are my notes. Okay. Here's my first three things to say about the Dodgers. I hate the Dodgers. I hate the Dodgers away from home. I hate the bet on the Dodgers. But here we go. Dodgers first 5 over 2.5 against the Reds. Honestly, pretty decent look in my opinion. You have this is their second time. The Dodgers, this is their second time facing Ashcraft in the last 6 days. Obviously, big advantage goes to the offense here when you have a quick turnaround. A pitcher is facing the same team in back-to-back starts. Obviously, the Dodgers are going to be able to see his release point, see his stuff, and more than likely be able to jump on him a little faster than they would like in any other like situation. They did put up 3 runs against him in their first matchup against them. They were playing at Dodger Stadium at that point. He was on the road, but he did give up 3 runs against the Dodgers already here just 6 days ago. So it feels like a pretty good spot to have the potential to get ourselves some early runs here. So far at home this year, he's given up 5, 5, and 3 within the first 5 in his starts that he's had at home. So he's been giving up plenty of runs. This was a guy last year that I loved to target. When I first kind of discovered the first 5 team totals last year, I feel like I was going after Ashcraft like literally every single week that he pitched, just like you would Corbin, Patrick Corbin, your Kyle Hendricks, your Kyle Freelands, anything like that. This was certainly one of those guys for me. Looking at the book right now, he's got an outs line set to 15.5. He's got an ERA set to 3.5. So, I mean, the books are thinking there's going to be, he's not going to go very deep. They're thinking there's going to have a chance of having 3 runs. It just makes a whole lot of sense that we get these 3 runs in the first 5. Not to mention that they're playing in Cincinnati, which is the smallest ballpark in the league. It's got a 32% increase for home runs today. It's got a 17% increase in runs today. Realistically, it's because of the size of the ballpark. You got wind, I think, blowing like really in and left, but it's warmer. Humidity is good. Barometric pressure is good. Whatever. So the ball travel well. Little ballpark, but I think it just screams that this Dodgers lineup is powerful. This Dodgers lineup hits the ball really well. I think that the ball travels, and it makes a lot of sense that we get a handful of runs in the first 5. I mean, shoot, we could have 2 walks and a home run in the first inning, and we've cashed it, just like that. So second play will be the Dodgers first 5 team total over 2.5. Once again, this is for the most part only available on DraftKings. I know Fanatics has it. BetMGM might have it. I know Bet365 does not. I know that FanDuel does not have it. Your transition would be full game team total if you wanted to follow it and you didn't have access to those books. All right, third play. As usual, guys, time to like the video. If you haven't yet, I'm going to get in here and do it myself. Like the video. If you're watching, you have not subscribed to me yet. What are you doing? I got 6 likes. I just made it 7. Let's try to get me to 10. I have 930 subscribers on YouTube, trying to get to 1,070 away, trying to do a giveaway. So if you're watching and you have not subscribed to me on YouTube yet, like I said, what are you doing? If you're watching on TikTok and you want to come over and subscribe at Lunchtime in the Lab, 930 subscribers, trying to give some money away when I get to 1,000. Third play. So I really do like that Dodgers play, though. The Dodgers play feels really good. David, perfect. Hard Rock has it too. So I figure, there's a handful of books out there, depending on where you're located at. I think Hard Rock is just in Florida. But there you go. Perfect. So first play, Royals money line using the early up promo on DraftKings. Second play, Dodgers first 5 team total over 2.5. Like both of these plays a lot. Third play, pull the graphic up here. Gotta go to the Diamondbacks here. Marlins throw in a lefty, and realistically, I think that's enough just to hop on hop back on the Diamondbacks train, but the lefty they're throwing has also just been horrendous too. Diamondbacks are still the best hitting team in the league against a lefty. I don't best batting average. I don't have it pulled up anymore, but they're number one in terms of batting average against a left-handed pitcher. They've been hitting the ball well, scoring 4+ runs in the last 4 games. I don't know if any of that's been first 5, if it's been the 8th inning, anything like that, but they're scoring runs at least 4 runs in the last 4. So they've been plating the runs. That means they're hitting the ball, and getting it done. Speaking of the pitcher, we have Braxton Garrett going, who's just not been good. Like I said, I mean, this is probably where I would lean if I'm going to ride Imanaga on his outs over, or if I'm going to ride Imanaga on the under ERA. I'm going to probably put this as a juice reducer, Braxton Garrett under, or to not record a win, -475. It's gross, but it takes that -170 and pulls it down to -110 or so, makes it more realistic, something playable or whatever, This dude, Braxton Garrett's got a 10.24 ERA. He's really struggled, obviously, to start here. He's pitched just twice with 9.2 innings combined, so he's getting pulled out really quick. He's not going past the first 5, and we're worried about just the first 5 first, so it's perfect. It's a perfect target for us here. He gave up 6 runs in 4 innings to the Mets just recently, gave up 5 runs in 5.1 innings to the Phillies. The way the Diamondbacks hit lefties, the way this pitcher has just been getting killed, it makes a ton of sense to get after it here. I can't read. I don't know what that name says. Ford something. Thanks for the subscriber. Appreciate you. Now I need 69 to give me that 1,000. But the way the Diamondbacks hit the lefties, the way the Diamondbacks have been hitting the ball recently, the way that Braxton Garrett has been pitching recently, I think we got a good chance here. This one's sitting at +105 right now too, or at least when I had written it down. I have a feeling that it probably moves. Let me see what it's at. I mean, their money line's probably not bad either. I think somebody mentioned Diamondbacks money line. I think I probably agree. Especially with Zach Gallen pitching. Zach Gallen pitching at home is normally pretty good. I do feel like I'm going to be kind of heavier in the Discord. These are 3 plays that I feel really good about. These are 3 plays that will probably all make the Discord, to be completely honest. And then a potential of the Shota Imanaga play. And then maybe this under builder to win builder. Try to just try something different there for those that have DraftKings. And I was kind of thinking about that Phillies and who was the 2-leg I said? Phillies and Orioles. But man, Orioles just scare me. I don't know. I feel like it's probably a good bet, to be completely honest, but we'll just kind of have to see how I'm feeling or something like that, So we'll see how that goes. So anyhow, to recap here real quick for the podcast, we're going to do Royals money line early up, Dodgers first 5 team total over 2.5, and the Diamondbacks first 5 team total over 2.5. You get the Dodgers was -120, I think. I'll pull that up here. I didn't write it down. Diamondbacks still +105, so that's some pretty good value there. -125 on the Dodgers first 5 team total, so that's not bad. 1.25 unit bet on that one, so that'll certainly do enough for us too. So okay, there's that. Let's talk some home runs here real quick, and if any of you guys have any other questions or anything like that, we can certainly address them. Talk some home runs, and think about getting off of here. Had a doctor's appointment today, so I got some blood taken. I feel like I'm still bleeding out of that arm. Super hungry, so I'm ready to get some lunch and get going on some stuff today. Let's see. Home run wise, Chuck, I don't know. These tournaments just aren't it for me. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm watching Clemson lose. I don't know if Oregon State won or not, but I mean, like these guys these teams that should be winning easily are just they're not. They're looking horrendous. I watched Wichita State score 11 runs in 2 innings against East Carolina. I know like their ace was hospitalized with a collapsed lung or something like that. But I've literally went 0-4 in my last 4 college baseball plays, and that's something that is super abnormal. So it was a placeholder when When NBA went down for the All-Star break, I was like, what am I going to bet on? I was like, oh, I'm going to bet on college baseball. And then like these just I don't know, it just doesn't. I like a lot of things in MLB today, and so I would hate to force a college baseball play when I'm already going to be probably 5 units heavy or something like that. So it's going to be, on the days that MLB, I think there's some days in MLB where you look at the slate and you're like, yeah, like I feel good. Like I like this. That's today. I feel that today. Then there's days where you look at it and you're like, man, like it's tough matchups or they're average pitchers or whatever. And it's just like, I'm not really feeling it. I don't really know. That's where it's like WNBA can be heavier. We can look more at college baseball, something like that. So anyhow, in terms of hitting environments today, of course, we have Coors Field, plus 16% increase in home runs. So I would imagine the possibility of taking a Philly player there. I wouldn't take a Rocky. You got a lefty going for Philly. Colorado does not hit lefties very well. So, I mean, that's another reason to take Philly's money line. Honestly, like Philly's money line in Imanaga wouldn't be a bad one either, to be completely honest. I was talking about like with a juice reducer type thing or whatever, but Philly's money line being minus 210. I mean, it's not a bad line for like a parlay of some sort. Like I don't even this Blatch for the Rockies, not a strong pitcher. Rockies don't hit lefties very well. I just don't have a team that I feel overly confident in. Like maybe it's the Diamondbacks. Gallon on the mound. Whoever said Diamondbacks money line, you may have plus 126 even to go Phillies money line and Diamondbacks money line. That's probably pretty solid. Anyway, 16% increase for if we were to take a Philly, 32% increase at Cincinnati and Dodgers. So I do feel taking a Dodger makes a lot of sense. Boston has some wind blowing out to right field, which is beneficial, obviously, because they got the shorter field out there. Although it's a bigger field, so you normally see a lot more doubles than anything. White Sox and Orioles does have a rain issue, potential rain issue. Wind blowing in, but the humidity and everything got a plus 20% chance out there. And that's honestly, those are about the best games. The Mets have wind blowing out to right field. So looking at potential lefty there, or I mean, Pete Alonso has been. What was it? Just a couple days ago, I mentioned Pete Alonso, and dude hit a home run in his first at bat. Let's see. Daniel says Ohtani home run. I could certainly see at least a Dodger. Let me pull up the batter versus pitcher and see if anybody's got any history that really sticks out for us. Bryce Harper's hit a home run against this Ty Blatch guy. However you pronounce this dude's name. He's 1-5. He's hit a home run against him though, so maybe not bad. Man, a lot of people have hit just one home run. It's funny, like I had Jay Bookie on here yesterday, and he's like Judge or Stanton, and Stanton hits a home run, and I text him, and I was like, man. And then Judge hits a home run, in the second, and then so I mean, we got one of them. Christian Walker's hit a home run against Braxton Garrett as well. What did I say? What the wind was looking at like there? Oh, that's in a dome, yeah. So it's pretty basic. I feel like let me pull up Christian Walker real fast. I feel like he doesn't hit lefties very well, to be honest. I mean, he bats 300 against lefties. He's out of his 10 home runs, he's only hit 2 against the lefty. Although he's had 3 more batting, attempts versus right-handed pitcher than he has left-handed pitching. Soto back in San Diego, that's possibly not a bad angle. You got Darvish pitching though. I don't know how many home runs he's given up. Soto's 2 for 2 against you. Was Yu Darvish? He's a righty. Got that righty lefty matchup. 11 home runs against a righty. That might be pretty solid. Honestly, taking Soto, that's a good look, I think. I think we got to add that on there. Hate to play the late game because my ass is gonna have to stay up if we make it that far. Soto plus 350. I like it. Like that. TJ Freeman. Yeah, he's hit him 4 times. Has not struck out. So, I mean, that's always a good look. Me repeat that? I'll just say I liked your pick for Soto. TJ, I think I like Freeman. I mean, taking a Dodger just makes sense. I feel good about those two. Damn, he's all the way. He's plus 520. That's crazy for Freddie Freeman. He's only hit 5 home runs this year, so I mean that makes sense. I mean, dude's not hitting a lot of home runs right now. Let's see. Cal. So, there is that'd be I mean, like, why Soto's been playing so well. FanDuel has a 30% boost, but it's got to be same game parlay. So, I mean, like, we could potentially try for like 2 Dodgers to hit a home run and then like just to use that boost. Nah, let's not do that. I'll save that. I can do some like total bases or something like that and then in the Discord with that. I mean, somebody said Harper. I just keep adding Harper, but I mean, he's got a solid hitting environment. He's hit a home run against the guy before. Probably just add Harper. Like I said, sometimes we put entirely too much work into something that's very difficult to hit. So let's just run that. Let's just run that 3-leg for today. So we'll do Juan Soto, Freddie Freeman, and Bryce Harper. Comes out like plus 11,000. So pretty lotto material. That's what we'll do for today. Probably close it out here in a second. If anybody doesn't have anything else for me. But to recap, though, for the podcast, Lunchtime in the Lab. Like I said, if you haven't liked the video, like it. Also hit the subscribe button for me too. Do the Astros get it done? Yes, I would certainly think so. I was looking at the Astros, like minus 1.5. Like Ross Stripling is like what 1-8 or something like that. Dude struggled. Verlander hasn't really had it. I don't know if they cover the run line, but I would certainly think the Astros win. Yeah, Tay. Anyhow, Royals money line early up for the first play. Dodgers first 5 team total over 2.5. And Diamondbacks first 5 team total over 2.5 for the podcast official plays. And then for the home run lotto, we're going to go with Juan Soto, Freddie Freeman, Bryce Harper plus 11,800 and something like that. I'll post it on Twitter. That's my Twitter right there at Live Joe Bets. Like I said, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button for me. And let's see. Signed off. 182 people watched on TikTok, but nobody really I feel like more often that I go live or whatever, maybe it'll like be beneficial. So I need to try to just remember to do it every day. Anyhow, I think that's all I got for today, guys. Good baseball slate, it seems. We'll be back tomorrow on Saturday morning, Saturday at 10:30. I'll have to get with Ty to see what he's doing like Memorial Day wise. But we have the Boys of Spring podcast, which is the UFL gambling podcast. That'll be at 10:30, and then my show runs into at 11:30. So keep an eye out. Best way to get information on the show and everything like that is to definitely follow me, though. So, follow me on Twitter. That way you can get the information. But appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys back live potentially at 10:30 tomorrow. If not, definitely live at 11:30 for the normal show tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.